This is Timothy Kerofsky from the Timothy Kerofsky Family Channel. How's everybody doing on this wonderful Wednesday? Somebody asked me once, with your college studies, how did it make me a better karate sensei? In teaching others. Karate actually made me better in college in my researching. In karate, everything has to be done, meticulous, especially when we do our katas, the scanning. Our thumbs are right here, we punch, we twist the hand, we make a shaken fist with the finger out. You see, it's called a shaken fist. Only for the Shuri-Wu system of karate that I understood that we make a fist like that. Everything is meticulous. So, college has helped me in a lot of ways as well, of course. Before I went to college, let me start a little bit from here. Before I went to college, when I was in elementary school, I had a hard time. I got bullied on the schoolyard. But a lot of times we'd get in schoolyard fights, and then the next day we'd make up, When I was in junior high, it was actually a little worse for me. I got bullied the worst. And I got into the martial arts when I was at a young age. I started when I was 10 years old. I was doing gymnastics. I also did bitty basketball before that. And I only did some introductory classes at that time and didn't really know enough, And so after really getting in a big fight in junior high school in ninth grade wood shop, boom! In the side of the head with a 2x4. Gene Baker and David Wise, they just grabbed me from behind, pulled me back, pop! Right here. Wow. I mean, that was just, ooh. So a couple years before, I took a self-defense class called Stand Firm Self-Defense class. But as you can see, I still got into a fight, and I was still getting bullied and pushed around. So we had some coupon books that came in the mail, and even though my martial arts journey started at a young age, after I joined the Jesse Mills studio, my journey got higher and higher and higher. I stuck with the karate all those years, total of 42 years now. And now I'm an 8th degree black belt, a Koshi. My style that I actually have my high ranking belt in is called Shrinju, Ju, not G, Ju, the Ju, Shrinju Ru Kinpo. I call it Shrinju for short. That's when I actually have my 8th degree black belt in. The style that I actually started out with, though, of course, was Shuri-Wu. And I trained under the tutelage of Mike Golden. I call him Goldie. Um, and Steve Nagel. Steve Nagel was like one of the assistant instructors, and I would see him a lot when I was coming home from leave with the Navy, and then he would teach me. But since I was like 10 years old, I've been influenced in the martial arts, and that's a long time. And so, through particularly because I did not get good grades in elementary school. I got like averages, maybe sometimes below average. Uh, and junior high, C's and B's, just a couple A's. High school, got a little bit more A's, but still, I struggled. I struggled learning. I was a slow learner. I was slow picking up things. So now I went to college, and I'm working on these different courses. The first course I actually did at college was a culinary arts course at Johnson & Wales, and I got my culinary arts degree, and then that's how I ended up becoming a cook for 12 years in the Navy. Of course, before that I was a bosun mate, and then after I was a cook, I was a master in arms, retired as a master in arms first class, and then later became a sea cadet lieutenant. Guess you know all that by my bio. So when I actually got into college and I was studying at AIU, American Intercontinental, I got my business degree, and then I got my before that I was Community College of Rhode Island. I got a Associates in Arts and Sciences in Gender Education, then my business degree, and then my Bachelor's in Arts in General Education, and Bachelor's in Arts in basically arts, BAA arts. Yeah, I try to say that 10 times fast, right? And then my master's in arts and sociology with a minor in theology, studies in theology. So wow, and the sociology studies helped me to understand human nature. And that made me a better sensei. That in itself made me a better sensei. The theology studies to understand gods, different gods throughout the different beliefs throughout the world. It tied great with the sociology studies, and that made me a better teacher. That is what it made me a better sensei. Because, like I said, understanding the human nature, understanding what people are about, taking things slower. People are having trouble struggling with particular movements, and I'm like, well, do this instead, Kind of like the Bruce Lee philosophy in a way, tailor what works for that person, eliminate what doesn't. I kind of do that with my martial arts teaching. Understanding the way people think, understand their emotions. I've trained some emotional people. I've trained temperamental people. I'm a temperamental person. So I know what that's like, I get in pain and I get angry, and I'm angry because I'm in pain, and that's frustrating. But it has helped me in a lot of ways. The Navy, in the martial arts, and my college, to me that all ties together. Because I was mistreated in the Navy, yet I was passive. Because one of the things I was taught in the martial arts was to be passive. And so I'm like, I was mistreated badly. I think I mentioned this on a video before. I'm on the USS Bellawood, and I was a high-ranked cook. And I was doing all the dirty work, all the seaman work. The work that E5s and above did not do. But they treated me worse than the seamen. The seamen were sitting around in the office, the E3s, and I was doing all the dirty work. I mean, I was really mistreated, which is why I ended up becoming a master at arms, because I had to finally get out of that galley. I could not stand those people no more. I mean, it was terrible. It was the worst command I ever served on. And wow. And if I wasn't passive and I would have fought them, I probably would have lost some stripes and lose rank, and wow. But to rephrase, the sociology has helped me become a better sensei. It has helped me to better understand people, better understand the way people think, better understand the emotions, the way they react, the way they struggle. And that has made me a better sensei. I kind of just wrung this one. But if you have any more video suggestions, comment down below. If you have a college degree, comment what your college degree is. But that's how my college, it tied in with my whole entire life. The martial arts tied in with my entire life. But that's how the college has made me a better instructor, better sensei. Thank you. Blessings always. Osu.